Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. If the Lakers manage to sign the current NBA phenomenon, Jalen Duren, who currently plays for the Detroit Pistons, the team will become one of the favorites for the title. Jalen Duren is known for his impressive physical strength, athletic ability, and control in the paint, being able to score many points and grab a significant number of rebounds. Furthermore, he is a young player with great potential to become a star. If you have tuned into any Los Angeles Lakers games this season, you should know that they have a painfully obvious concern at the center position. Their big man situation is not where it needs to be, and the summer might finally give them the chance to fix it. The possible frontcourt fix could be coming this summer. According to Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher, Los Angeles is keeping an eye on restricted free agents Walker Kessler and Jalen Duren once the team has some cap space to play with. I don't see the Lakers being super aggressive and active right now trying to upgrade at that center position, Fisher said. But when they get into the summer, they'll look at the front court and see what type of big man they could potentially get. Kessler has been on the Lakers' radar for a while. While he comes with some injury history, the young big man has steadily improved every season. Over his first 4 years, he has averaged 9.5 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. If Kessler stays healthy, he could provide the defensive presence and rim protection that Los Angeles has been desperately missing. Duren, on the other hand, is having a breakout season on the Detroit Pistons. He is putting up career highs with 17.9 points to go along with 10.6 rebounds per game, including over 4 offensive boards a night. Fisher notes that Duren would be a tougher target, but with playoff surprises and shifting team priorities, nothing is ever off the table. The Lakers are looking for players who fit Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves' timelines. They want guys in their prime or just approaching it. That is why they took a flyer on DeAndre Ayton this past offseason. Ayton can dominate when he is engaged, but he is not consistent enough to be the cornerstone of the front court. Los Angeles needs a big man who can make an impact every night, regardless of touches or how the offense flows. Right now, the Lakers have their hands tied, and Ayton is their best option, but the gaps around him are clear. Jackson Hayes has flashed as a lob threat and rim runner, but he has not proven he can be reliable in high-stakes moments. Adding a player like Kessler or Duren could stabilize the Lakers' interior, improve their rebounding, and tighten up the paint on defense. That could be exactly what a team led by Doncic and Reeves next season needs to turn a strong season into a legitimate championship run. This summer may be the window to secure the right big man, someone who can hold down the middle while the stars do their thing. And if they get it right, the purple and gold could finally have the right frontcourt they have been searching for. The Lakers-Kings trade ESPN is proposing to fix LA's disastrous defense. A recent ESPN trade proposal linking the Los Angeles Lakers and the Sacramento Kings has surfaced as Los Angeles continues to search for solutions to its ongoing defensive issues despite a strong position in the Western Conference standings. ESPN NBA insiders outlined a small-scale deal centered on perimeter defense, suggesting the Lakers acquire Keon Ellis from Sacramento in exchange for Dalton Knecht and a 2032 second-round pick. The proposal was framed around fit and availability, with ESPN noting Ellis' defensive value for a Lakers team that has struggled to contain opposing offenses. Ellis is a natural fit for the Lakers, who ranked 23rd in defensive rating and an even worse 29th since the start of December, ESPN wrote. His three-point shot has regressed this season, 35.5%, versus 42.9% in his career prior, but that lack of offensive oomph is precisely why the hard-nosed defender might be attainable in a small-scale deal like this. The analysis also pointed to Sacramento's inconsistent usage of Ellis as a potential indicator that the Kings could be open to moving him. Over his past 10 games, Ellis has logged at least 30 minutes twice while playing 10 minutes or fewer in 4 contests. With the 26-year-old guard set to reach free agency this summer, Sacramento may prefer to extract value now rather than risk losing him without compensation. The Kings also don't seem to value Ellis very highly, given his minutes keep fluctuating, ESPN added. Sacramento might think it makes sense to cash in now for a second-round pick and connect, a 2024 first-rounder who'd bring shooting and decent size to the roster's wing rotation. ESPN cautioned that negotiations could become more complicated if Sacramento increases its asking price, as the Lakers' trade assets remain limited. Los Angeles currently has only one tradable second-round pick in 2032 and would likely prefer to preserve its lone tradable first-rounder in 2031 or 2032 for a more impactful move. Additionally, multiple teams are expected to pursue perimeter defenders ahead of the trade deadline. A separate ESPN analysis emphasized Ellis' contractual appeal for Los Angeles. Ellis' $2.4 million free agent hold would allow the Lakers to use cap space in the offseason before exceeding the cap to re-sign him using bird rights. From Sacramento's perspective, Connect's controllable contract through the 2027-28 season could align with a longer-term reset. Ellis, in his fourth NBA season, is averaging 5.7 points, 1.4 rebounds, and 1.2 steals per game while shooting 38.5% from the field and 35.5% from three-point range across 35 games, including 4 starts. He is playing 17.9 minutes per contest and is in the final year of a 3-year, $5.1 million contract, earning $2.3 million this season. Connect, 24, has struggled to carve out a consistent role this season after a previously rescinded trade to the Charlotte Hornets. The forward is averaging 5.3 points and 1.7 rebounds per game while shooting 44.1% from the field and 32.9% from 3 across 30 games, logging 13.3 minutes per contest. He is in the second year of a 4-year rookie contract worth $18.4 million and is earning $4 million this season. Despite owning a 23-12 record and sitting fourth in the Western Conference, Los Angeles has allowed 116.6 points per game, ranking 16th league-wide, with a negative net rating of -0.2. Those defensive concerns have fueled speculation that the Lakers could pursue marginal upgrades ahead of the deadline. Sacramento, meanwhile, has endured a difficult season, entering the weekend with an 8-29 record and riding a 6-game losing streak as questions mount about the franchise's direction. Lakers fans should expect quieter trade deadline if rumors are true. Nothing seismic appears to be on the menu. Lakers have made their stance on Austin Reaves crystal clear. No, the Los Angeles Lakers won't be trading Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves understands the value of immaculate timing. Underwhelming playoff showing in a premature exit from the 2025 NBA playoffs, persistent trade rumors, contract year. How does the Los Angeles Lakers guard respond? He does so by leveling up. Reaves has been on the shelf for a while, re-aggravating his calf injury during a Christmas Day loss against the Houston Rockets. That should not allow anyone forget just how great his individual quality was before the ailment. The 27-year-old has been so good that it has made him cozy and settled ahead on the NBA trade deadline. Jake Fisher touched on the matter during a recent livestream. "I don't think the Lakers are involved with Trae Young whatsoever," Fisher said ahead of the Washington Wizards trade. "And I don't think the Lakers have any interest in trading Austin Reaves either." Reaves has made himself downright indispensable for the Lakers this season, given his malleability. Barring a stunning development involving someone of Giannis Antetokounmpo's stature, the Lakers guard should be safe and secure right where he is in Los Angeles. Austin Reaves has quietly become a non-negotiable trade piece for the Lakers. Not only should Reaves be comfortable in his seat through the trade deadline, but there is even more reason to believe the Lakers are truly in it for the long haul with him. The Athletic's Sam Amick detailed why during a recent appearance on Run It Back for FanDuel TV. Amick said, "The plan is Jeannie, Buss, is still the governor of that team. And I bring that up because she's the captain of the Austin Reaves fan club. But right now, all signs point to them finding a way to pay Austin that massive amount that's coming his way this summer." The NBA insider noted Rob Pelinka is in a similar spot with his affinity as well. Amick did admit Mark Walters' viewpoint is unknown and could play a factor in the decision-making process at some point. However, as things stand, the Lakers guard is in good shape. Why wouldn't he be? Before the injury, Reeves was averaging 26.6 points, 5.2 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and 1.0 steal per game. The former undrafted guard was shooting 50.7% from the field, 36.5% from beyond the arc, and 87.3% from the free throw line. Supplanting LeBron James as the second option, even when he is 41 years old, is no small feat. That being said, Reeves has proven himself more than effective no matter his spot in the pecking order. That's part of the appeal. Lakers don't have any real trade assets to formulate a blockbuster deal. If you look at the rest of LA's roster outside of Ayton, it begins to make sense that Pelinka isn't gearing up for any big moves this month. We know that Luka Doncic is untouchable, and assuming that LeBron James and Austin Reeves are in the same category, the only salary of considerable size that Pelinka could ostensibly use in a big trade is Rui Hachimura's $18.3 million expiring. Gabe Vincent, $11.5 million, and Maxi Kleber, $11 million, are also expiring. Is any combo of Hachimura, Vincent, and Kleber going to bring in something of real value to the Lakers that would improve their title chances right now? The answer is no, even if Pelinka was willing to throw in some draft capital. Jared Vanderbilt's $37.3 million across 3 seasons, 2025-26 through a player option in 2027-28, is a valuable contract that plenty of teams would be interested in, but the Lakers really should hold on to Vanderbilt, especially given their defensive issues. Without any clear pathway to a roster upheaval before the deadline, the Lakers are faced with a simple truth: LA will go as far as Luka, LeBron, and Reeves take them. JJ Redick needs to fix the defensive crisis using the players he already has. No one is arriving from the outside to save the Lakers. The task at hand involves working with the pieces in place and transforming into a more robust defensive basketball team between now and the postseason. The Lakers shouldn't ever have trouble scoring. That's the reason Pelinka went out and acquired Doncic in the most famous trade in NBA history before last year's deadline. This year, deadline season will be quiet in LA, but the Lakers' defense must become louder, more desperate, and grittier, starting now. New year, new Lakers? Will the Lakers take the lessons from 2025 and turn them into victories in 2026? AQ nearly fought a 62-year-old Pat Riley. Time is a construct we humans made to contextualize life. As arbitrary as time is, it does help place events in a specific place. It gives us fresh starts and resets days and years. With our calendars now set for 2026, the Lakers can start fresh, too. Well, sort of. It's not a new season, but a new year brings new opportunities. The Larry O'Brien Trophy is still up for grabs, and the Lakers still have the trade deadline to make their attempt at winning that title as legitimate as possible. Within the roster, there is room for improvement. We saw some of that improvement on display during the first week of 2026, but also signs that, while the dates might be changing, they're still the same Lakers. 5 things I liked and didn't like. 1. Luka's 3-point struggles. Luka Doncic is an amazing basketball player, but he isn't without flaws. His defensive deficiencies are clear. He complains to referees like a petulant child after not getting his way on virtually every possession. But one new issue that's crept up is his 3-point shooting. When Luka gets going, he's hotter than lava. But Luka's start to 2026 looks like tour dates. January 2nd vs Grizzlies, 1-7, 3 points. January 4th vs Grizzlies, 4-10, 3 points. January 6th vs Pelicans, 3-10, 3 points. January 7th vs Spurs, 2-9, 3 points. There are several reasons for Luka's shooting inefficiency. For one, he has more responsibility on his plate now that Austin Reeves is out. With Reeves unavailable, even more attention is being placed on Luka defensively, leading to double and triple teams. Then, when LeBron missed the contest against the Spurs, San Antonio blitzed him relentlessly, making it virtually impossible for Luka to get clean looks at the basket. Part of this dip in 3-point shooting also lies with Luka. Too many times, he's taking shots that have a low probability of going in. Luka is one of the best players in the world, and he'll figure out how to work out of this slump. But right now, his three-point shooting is hurting the Lakers more than it's helping. 2. LeBron and Luka duo. Adversity can create opportunity. With Reeves out, LeBron James and Luka have had to work on their chemistry and figure out how to run this team. Against the Grizzlies, it worked to perfection. LeBron and Luka were mixing together like ingredients in a soup, blending to make something better. They worked in tandem on and off ball. LeBron was cutting to the basket and Luka was finding him. The contest against the Grizzlies ended with LeBron scoring 31 and Luka leading the team with 35 as LA beat Memphis 111-103. Good things take time. The LeBron-Luka connection is unlikely ever to reach the heights of LeBron and Anthony Davis or that of Luka and Kyrie Irving, but if this is a precursor of what can be with LeBron and Luka, then this tandem's best is yet to come. 3. Jake LaRavia should be a permanent starter. LaRavia had some of his best games in a purple and gold uniform this week. He had 21 points in the first game of 2026 against Memphis, then followed up that performance with 26 against the Grizzlies in the following contest. While that sort of offensive production will be uncommon for LaRavia, he is capable of it. Then, when you factor in his underrated defensive versatility, it seems that LaRavia is making a case to be LA's fifth starter when everyone is available. 4. Luka's leadership. In the title track of Blueprint 2, Jay-Z said, "I will not lose, for even in defeat, there's a valuable lesson learned, so it evens up for me." At the time, this was in reference to losing his rap battle with Nas. When I watched the Lakers lose to the Spurs without Reeves or James, I thought about how the positive of this experience was seeing how Luka can lead LA when it's just him out there. I don't know when LeBron will no longer be a Laker, but the day is coming. Against the Spurs, I saw Luka giving more defensively, fighting hard on offense to attack the paint and get to the line, and he was also, dare I say, more communicative. He was resilient, fighting an uphill battle and doing his best to keep the Lakers in the game. It didn't result in a win, but LA pushed San Antonio as far as they could. Yes, that's a moral victory, but sometimes that's the only win available. Even more encouraging were Luka's post-game comments. He seemed unsatisfied with the result. Leadership takes many forms. In this loss to the Spurs, Luka did it through his actions and his words, both on and off the court. If this is how Luka will lead when it's fully his era, then the Lakers will be in great hands. 5. It's silly season. In Formula One, free agency for the upcoming season typically happens in the middle of the year. So, the summer break when speculation ramps up is called silly season. Well, for the NBA, the closest to a silly season is the trade deadline. Now that we are weeks away from the trade deadline, the rumors are swirling and the first big trade just happened with Trae Young being dealt to the Wizards. The Lakers have their own needs to address before the deadline. But before you submit your trade idea, ask yourself, why would the other team do it, and really think about whether it's beneficial to all. And don't use Nico Harrison as your justification for why it will work. Stat of the week. I'm not sure if the Lakers are a good team, but they are a clutch team. This stat of the week is one that's been true all season long. The Lakers are undefeated in clutch games. Currently, they are a league-leading 13-0 and are one win away from the all-time longest winning streak.